Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Reserve time.
Venomancer.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Pudge.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
queen of pain.
Dire team pick.
Bat Rider!
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lone Druid!
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Seer.
Ten seconds remaining.
I'm okay now.
Prepare for
So I also had the same problem. When these two smoked heroes run into each other.
Well, I'm sure Source 2 will fix it. Yeah. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in. Vega already lost game number 1 in this best of 5, the grand finals with the WellPlay Invitational. The winner will take home the lion's share of the €3,000 prize pool. $3,000 I believe it is. And the loser, well, still gets something. Not quite as much obviously, but still something.
This first D ward here is a really costly one. But Mag regrets just peeking out of the trees for a little bit because he gave that ward away.
Really
That's
extra
going
100
to
gold
make it
towards
like-
heroes, yeah.
battle.
BZZ also gonna get the bounty rune, so that's plus 200 gold.
But I think they might be exchanging wards here because I also saw pings from Vega coming out about this one that has just been placed. So perhaps everyone is blind, which would sorta equalize things for Mag.
Sentry being dropped in mid, yes, and they go. Be ready to take
The
that out
battle
on himself,
begins.
so 1-for-1 exchange in that regard.
Going for it.
Now if they can also figure out that there's a ward here spotted out, this ward being placed.
I love these kinds of mind games, and
Yeah.
I think they are actually thinking about it, yeah.
It's so important, right? It's so subtle, and depends on so many factors of what lane you decide to TP to and whatnot.
This
But it
entire-
can have a huge impact in the game.
Yes. This entire little warding dance is one of my favorite parts of the entire game.
Like,
It's
look
one
at this,
that
FNG!
Ooh.
Whoop, the block, kinetic field also used, but doesn't actually catch anybody, but sort of trying to go for the body blocks on Mag. It didn't quite work out the way that they planned it to, but it's still doing an okay amount of damage. FNG still going for the body blocks, but lift up on BZ prevents him from actually getting the damage in. Another kinetic field now, Snaker to try and punish him for it. Another fissure perfectly placed in the first blood. Well, he says it.
Red with the gore of first blood.
Claws are red with the gore of first blood. I love that line. I don't know why it's what it is, but I really love it. And they're not even done yet. Mag now caught in the kinetic field. A couple of right-click should do the trick, but BZ once again lifted away from Mag. It's a very interesting aggressive duel lane that Vega's trying to pull off.
You've got to do something to keep this Earthshaker from roaming on your Venomancer, who is not very good at keeping aggressors away from him. So I can understand why they choose to do it, however, you're up against BZZ, and BZZ loves it when his snacks come to him instead of the other way around.
Pretty much, yeah. Its first point in kinetic field definitely also already putting in some work. It's something
Dire's
that you
middle
always see in
tower is under
Disruptor.
attack.
Generally, it's just a Thunder Strike to try and zone out the offlaner, but that only really works against solo offlaners. Right now, this might even turn into a tri-lane, but look at this, a haste rune as well. I
Very
would have actually
hot
given it to
defensive.
the Pudge. You could have just ran down FNG with it.
And the Pudge instead went for their own bounty rune.
Fine, yeah, Pudge, he went level 1 hook. Couldn't have routed anybody with that haste rune. It's actually a bit annoying.
That's also a very interesting choice.
There you go. No trouble, no glimpses yet. Okay.
Just a Thunderstrike. And this basically leaves once again a solo safe lane situation for Ditira. And he's once again up against a hero that he's not gonna enjoy his time at all.
Or at least he can just send his bear forward. Just be careful not to feed it, obviously. 300 gold is a lot of money for Darkseer early on. You can resummon it again in 20 seconds or so.
The problem with the Darkseer is that even if you try it equal, you know he's getting more out of it than you, especially if he goes back in between to farm some jungle. And he will always be pressuring the tower of yours, so you can't leave, he can leave. You gotta watch out for feeding the bear, you gotta watch out that you yourself are not too far forward because you are a squishy forest man. It is a very delicate lane, and you're not gonna happy no matter what happens.
So I guess it's reasonable to expect a relatively quick mech move from bo5. Do you expect Team Spirit to group up around that timing and try and make something happen more aggressively on the die side of the map?
It depends really. Because they also have BZZ and his Blink to think about, or his Roche, depends on what he goes for. So I'm expecting one of them to go for the defensive option. So let's say the Ursa gets the Mask and Roche.
Let's go, trying to TP out, Mac also kills himself. They don't quite have enough damage, so good heads up from Disruptor. Let's go to sleeping out once the lift was used. Oh, the hook still on the bottom lane, Sioma! Trying to make things work,
The
but
rod is there now.
Slowed down just a little bit, but not enough. There was immediate follow-up. Perhaps Max started to throw down the fire. Maybe he could have done with something.
Hard with FNG TPing in like that though. They are very fast with those support TPs, and a scan spots out that game sense. So he is wasting his time.
Depends whether Iceberg continues to play defensively like this. I mean, you know someone was there, probably, but he's sitting on the other side of the river. But yeah, let's talk about this mid matchup actually, because there's been so much action on the other side of the map, and there's actually already again Mac in a lot of trouble, and looks like they should be able to finish him off. There it is. One last right click from Advanced Go will do the trick. But this
I think he has to retreat to the jungle.
Iceberg's actually starting to be bullied out now.
It is... Playing against the Venomancer is never fun, and he is actually so low. I'd love to get in on that. But the Venomancer is the same as a Darkseer in the sense that he can also just go back on the side, farm up more than you do, and Queen of Pain just can't do the same. She really needs to stay in that lane, and if she does anything else, it should be a gank.
Lane look
On bottom.
The hook will miss. FG, a bit of control then. Mac just to try and prevent the 5 through the diving deep to get the kill, but gonna have to make a trade out of it. 2 for 1. It's starting to look like the last game already.
That is just too much commitment.
1 step forward, 2 steps back, quite literally, in terms of kill score.
And now that the Darkseer is gone, there's actually going to be some tower pressure on top here. So that is something for Vega, and they do not have FNG in place to take advantage of the EXP that's going to come in there just quite yet.
This way here,
You often see
nice
this.
sentry placed down, so he knows he's being watched. It's a fresh observer one too, relatively fresh anyway.
Very clever. So what I was gonna say is you often see that the position 4 support will rotate in on the top lane when the jungler, the offlaner goes into the jungle, just to get his EXP and his levels up, maybe make some progress towards that blink dagger. And that's especially exactly what FNG is doing here. They let him get the T-ward too.
Iceberg just pops the ultimate, tries, and he gets a kill, but
Oh, that was beautiful.
Snako with a look, walk in, but now Snako actually sitting around for way too long. DKFO was making an appearance, runs it down with the iron shell, so 2 for 1 trade in the end. Maybe 3 for 1 Sioma also being chased towards the shrine. Oh, the hook almost lands actually.
Just stares that one down. He is not afraid. That was really good to see actually, because in the last game they did not try the swap into stun combo again after losing faith in it, but here they just lifted into hook, which is in my opinion harder to land.
Yeah, definitely gotta communicate properly. Because otherwise you end up with, alright, the hook going one way, but the lift just drags it to the right instead, or to the left.
That's always so sad to see. But they still have faith in each other. They think they got something going here. So that's always good to see. You can really read a lot about a team's general mindset on little things like that. Do they even try, or do they just give up immediately? No, they tried, they hit it, they're gonna be happy with that kill.
Especially when you're behind, every single kill that you can get is so important, especially on a hero like Iceberg, who just got a kill of his own, so he was looking to try and use that to propel himself even further ahead. So being able to punish that immediately is gonna buy you so much more time to just play your own game, to get your own farm up on the other core.
Spirit are moving away from this
gonna
tower.
try again here. Venom Monster, no ultimate on his us yet. He glimpses back, right in front of it. Iceberg with the ultimate, throwing it down now. Still taking away from the poison. Plenty of heroes coming through. The hook onto FNG, dragging him on the tower with the lift. And another kinetic field, not actually catching anybody. Iceberg, they're going in deep here to deny. Just a nick of time.
That was very valuable for Vega. So Team Spirit don't actually get a lot out of all of that aggression in the dive, and their bot tower is down now.
Still sticking around in this bottom lane. Just recognizing that there was a little bit too much craziness happening up top, so he's definitely making use of all of it. Elsewhere on the map. Be careful not to get the back down. There it is.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, he was waiting for it.
Rubik somehow died, okay. Top lane.
He went. So Vega retain her top tower, get the bottom tower out of all of that. And the Queen of Pain is still forced to sit mid pretty much all the time by this Venomancer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If she leaves, her tower is gonna die too, and it's actually the last tier 1 they got up right now.
So... Main FG is gone. Nice little Savage Roy actually preventing Fisher from the time being, and the root comes through as well.
That's an unfortunate fissure too.
No, might still be in trouble actually. Event Score can't catch it. So they're just gonna go for the bear. Gold perhaps for BZZ, yeah, that was plus 300. Talk to me about the Queen of Pain a little bit, because that's a hero that we don't always see. I suppose there's a reason for it, isn't there?
I guess it's Team Spirit once again going all in on the burst damage that they like so much. And they needed some... I mean, did they need some mobility? They like the mobility too. Which, combined with all of the... They wanted to have a ranged mid to complement that lineup. And I think the Shadow Fiend was already out. Otherwise, I would have actually expected to see an SF here. Because it's a little bit less reliant on how well the lane goes, and you can just catch up again. And the Queen of Pain hasn't... she hasn't had a bad lane. She did very well against the Venomancer, actually, if you look at the net worth. But I'm not sure if it's enough, if you compare it to, say, an SF.
Nice bits back here, once again into the arms. Snigger, well... gets blown up as he's trying to TP out. Iceberg can take any prisoners here for sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He gets to do so little, so in this case he must have been very happy that the food came to him. And I think we're starting to see why this lone druid is such a nice pickup for Vega Squadron. Because there is once again pressure up on the bottom lane. And Team Spirit will have to constantly think about their towers now, while they go for pretty obvious maneuvers like the pressure on mid right now. And they didn't have that problem in their previous games at all. They're leaving it. I am very surprised.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lines being shown, we want to try and catch
Dire's
up to
top tower
Girard,
has fallen.
how do you do that if he's reading the map so well? If he also has support coming. Could actually turn to an opportunity for Vega as Team Spirit. They're kind of spread out right now.
Sword is underneath the sentry though, they're gonna lose that. Oh, what a beautiful
hook. Yeah, FNG also controlled up. quite a dismember, so unable to help himself out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good of the ward, so yeah.
He's gone now.
It's like Vega starting to stabilize here, as I said as well, with the lone druid. The effect of all of this is, of Ditchara being left alone for the most part, is that he's sitting more than 1,000 gold ahead of the highest farm on Team Spirit, which is a Darkseer, so there's only so much that he can provide at this point without having that blink.
Well, he's gonna try and do the same thing on the other side of the map, which is keep pressure up on the top lane, but he is way easier dealt with than a lone druid. You can just nuke his creep wave down, and when a bear is on top of your tower, you can't just nuke away the bear. That thing is not just gonna leave because you want him to.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a difference in scale of problems, I'd say. And his mid tower is still holding. Ah,
Never mind.
never mind. He did not want it anymore.
Taken care of here. Better deny it than get the extra gold over, and they immediately smoke up afterwards. Nag with the haste tool too. Gonna run straight into Iceberg though, and Blink limps back here. No lasso just yet. Meanwhile, down from the bot lane, we do hear Dismember here to bring down BTC, trying to the very least, and they will. Sioma still alive, should die to the static storm, no way out of it. But Ditchara still racking away. Looking for the revenge advance goal, will be able to finish that one off. Another kinetic field, but Vega will just be able to walk around that. 3-for-1 trade so far. They're still looking for more FNG. One last right click. Right click will secure the triple kill for the lone druid. And well, while you're already at it, might as well finish off the tower they've been working on for so long.
Great play out of both teams there, but the Pudge Hook just made sure that the Ursa could not burst anyone that was coming in from the mid lane. And then the fight was basically all Vega. They could just snipe away with that lone druid. And with all of the gap closers, well, all of the tanky gap closers dead, there was not a lot Team Spirit could do to salvage the fight anymore. They are in definite tower trouble by now. And yeah, Queen of Pain split pushing, that's not quite how you want to use her.
Iceberg rather wants to be in the middle of that, ideally with some sort of aggressive item. Instead he's being forced into the Lincoln Sphere. Up against Batrider as well as the Pudge Dismember. Definitely a useful item to have, but it's not going to protect her from just being hooked in the first place.
And we haven't even seen any Blink Lasso, like big Blink Lasso initiations yet.
Maki was looking for it, but he couldn't quite get it off just because of the limited range. The glimpse back as well. Maybe expecting him to break the lasso anyway. It's not the easiest game for a bad runner right
now. No, not at all. As we said during the draft, it's going to be someone is going to get glimpsed. So, and if you're the bad rider, it's very likely to be you.
Yeah. Ditchara, the big winner of all of this, and the thing is, there wasn't even his final fall down in the bottom lane. Still has a level 15 talent for plus 50 damage for himself, more than likely. This here, man. Break the smoke here, lasso on Vensko. That's the target that you want to bring down into the hook. And just a little bit of extra damage here. Static Storm kind of wasted action. No, it catches the Batrider inside of it. Iceberg with a follow-up damage, but now he's being controlled up. Sioma gets a little bit of extra help from that too. Buying some more time for the rest of the suit to maybe help out, but they decide otherwise. Mac just throws out a flame break. They call for the retreat.
And that's definitely worth it for Team Spirit because they get to transition into this top push here. And there was, for a change, no pressure on bot whatsoever. So the Venomancer has to go down to deal with it, and now the Ursa can... Oh, he does not want to move into Roche just yet. But that is clearly the way forward for Spirit here. They want that Roshan. They want it yesterday, honestly, but they have been kept so busy by Vega pushing their bot lane all the time.
Vega know that this is what Spirit is looking for, so they're still sitting around this general area, keeping the Rubik to help out. They want to contest with Roche, and Team Spirit, way to handle that would be to make a smoke up, try to link in, or have the team at the ready with all your crowd controlling spells and
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was very close. This is a risky Roshan.
Wants to go in. Yes, class at the ready. There it is. The hook as well. Beautiful play there. Hooking Max. He drags him back with him. Amazing. Never seen that before. But now the Stag Storm actually catches the lone druid here inside the vacuum wall too. But to turn around to stay Vega. Especially G here with Zone Ultimate. They lose the lone druid, but they still get 2 extra kills. On the back of that Poison Nova and all the right clicks.
You just should not fight up into that high ground there. It is so dangerous.
So we've seen it before in this very tournament as well, I believe. It was a big ass vacuum into like Lion Stun, Stormhammer and stuff like that.
It is, if you want to be the one to take the fight up there, you almost have to smoke all the way around.
Yeah.
Because if you have no vision over here, all you're doing is walking into a death trap. So either you need more patience, wait here, wait for them to come down.
The thing is, Team Spirit is still gonna get this Roshan just because Vega kinda used all the ultimates, all their important ultimates in that fight. Yeah, they couldn't finish it off themselves without the onto it. So would you still book this as a win for Team Spirit, or has Vega done enough disruption in that fight before to just kind of keep them even?
I think it's even now. They made it a hell of a lot more difficult for Spirit to get the Roshan. And they get some kills out of it. The lone druid is still sitting high and dry on top of the net worth charts. And this Ursa is kinda underfarmed. He is below both Iceberg and Chi, and Mag is not too far off of him, so he is not going to be happy with where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's lost his jungle too. Look at how super seriously they're taking it. And this is one of those fun things where you can place just one ward, but if they will usually have a good idea about where they're going to find your one ward. So if you place 2. And then when they catch, one of them timed that. When they catch the one, they're gonna be like, alright, our jungle's safe now. No. No, it's not. There's a lot of those cool tricks you can do with the wards. It's really fun to see them utilizing. And right now, oh!
Flame break back, he still has lasso available, doesn't quite get it off.
That was so close.
Disruptor, so he maybe expected him to be there, just waiting for an opportunity to glimpse it back and break it. So, yeah, I guess Iceberg getting away with his life.
Has a good Lincoln Sphere pickup right there, but is also... Is that worth it if he just leaves again? The pressure is here anyway. And Spirit are sitting around on the top lane waiting for Ditchera to show his face, but he's not alone.
Bam first. Also ready to react if something goes on.
Worthy tribute.
He needs to be very careful of the glimpse.
With Max still down bottom, he will be able to put on pressure on the tier 3 if Team Spirit doesn't respond to it.
Most of what this does is deny the jungle to Team Spirit. With the creep wave all the way up here, they have 0 vision. And they can't go in here at all. But the jungle trade has actually happened, so the same is being forced by Team Spirit right now. Which is, we're going to see a bit of a game of chess here. I'm tempted to give Vega the better chances here, just because of their farmed lone druid and their... Actually, the Venomancer is also up there now. Both of whom are very good.
He finds FNG, just burns.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Good deception there. They secured their own jungle. Looks like Team Spirit is able to go inside of the map as well now at this point. Yeah.
The aggressive wards have all been cleared again. That's a big blow. So the jungle trade is not a thing anymore. And once again it is just Vega with those 2 aggressive wards down. And all of the lanes are on their side of the map right now. You gotta feel a bit claustrophobic at this point. You're not seeing anyone on the map. They can come at you from any side.
It can also be quite frustrating too, like if you feel like you have to bounce from lane to lane, you cannot really start to creep up or take some time to go for some sort of pickoff.
Yeah, it very much disables you from being able to go for any objectives of your own.
Gonna try again. Try anyway here between BCC and DK. Oh, FNG of course. I'm gonna check it this game around. But it's only the 2 of them. Meanwhile, down bottom, the rest of Team Spirit is being wrapped around on by Vega. Mac found himself an invis room to try and scout out exactly what's happening. Find DK Bobas here, just blinks forward with a lasso into the loving arms of the punch, perhaps again. Forced up forward into his mental follow-up control, and then also magic damage. More than enough to bring him down, so that's a free kill. You want that you're on mid, if they can get him in return, if he shows himself, that would be a worthwhile trade. There it is, he shows the bear, going for the Queen of Pain, the wraparound step from FNG, plenty of help also coming to BKB used just in time from Rise. Not gonna get locked down by FNG's Earth Slap. BZ TPing out into the fight, you know, right?
He got hooked.
Got hooked? Oh my god, I was wondering what cancelled this. Cancelled TV.
Oh, that's a disaster. Now the buildings are gonna start falling.
And 3 more kills to the tally. And the tower, and probably a second one, because one thing is never changed when you have a lone Jojo in a team. If you win a team fight, you gotta take buildings.
That's 2 more towers in quick succession, and their bot lane is pushed into. This is absolutely a great opportunity for Vega to punish Spirit for letting all those towers go. They are almost confined to their base already with all the wards up. All the creep wave pushed in. They really gotta... And like you saw before the fight that the backstab was all the way through here. And they just found nothing because they were searching in the dark. Their wards had been found out. And in the end they're way too late to get to the lone druid in time. Reaction happens and they are behind too much to be able to take the fight.
Yep.
The net worth graph has taken a huge dip now. Slowly escalating into, it's not even done dropping yet. Beyond the 7,500 point.
Experience graph is twice that even. Look at that experience graph. Closer to 20k than 10k at this point.
Yeah, and that's what happens when if you have all the lanes up here and you're being forced to deal with them constantly, bouncing around, you can't actually make good use of your jungle. Whereas the rest of the map is just all farm. It's one of those great things about having a lineup that pushes better than it fights, because if the enemy doesn't do anything about you, you're gonna get ahead in net worth so much.
It's not just a lone druid, it's also Venomancer, of course, helped out by this Midas, but he's a force to be reckoned with at this point. 30% XP gain plus a Midas means you're gonna hit your levels extremely quickly, plus 75 damage on level 20 already.
He hits like a truck.
Top, they find BZZ left alone. He had follow-up control with the lasso. He did get some rage off. The glimpse will cancel the lasso. TV might got here. Trying to turn this around. So Neko die after a couple of right clicks. Nice little vacuum into the wall, but they did get hook out on Disruptor. That's Sonic Wave. Ultimately, not really doing too much to the rest of Vega. So, gotta leave it at this 1-for-1 support trade.
And the Venomancer didn't actually have enough mana to get his Poison Nova off there if he wanted to. So Team Spirit get perhaps a little bit lucky if they get hit with the entire Poison Nova there. That fight might still turn around on them.
But again though, they have like the Guardian Greaves. Careful to help out. It's not like Team Spirit is out of it. They just have to make sure that they are actually the ones initiating, and they need to get some more down right now. You talked about it before.
Are they gonna try and
got one fresh ward. That's about it.
I want to know where he is exactly. So close.
He's
Oh!
there.
Radiant's
Did you
top
Raj?
tower is under attack.
BKB TP out.
And they might actually get punished now? No? Mag is... There's too many people there. And now the top tower, Radiant top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Venomancer has just been setting up shop. It's not gonna leave anytime soon. How are you gonna blink into that?
I think you do.
No, you don't. That makes it very hard.
Yeah, you just spawn in the walls.
Yeah, that makes it very hard in turn to get on top of this lone druid because your blinks are gonna get cancelled all the time.
PC. Careful though. If it's too far forward, might just be caught out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The Vega settled for the Roshan.
It seems that they woke up. Seems like a completely different team from last game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They were definitely trying the waters with something more regular in the first game, but they are like, no, we don't. We're not going to try to fight them. We're gonna take the time, take the space that they give us on the top lane, because that's really something that always happened, right?
Yep.
They got space for Ditchera, and who likes space more than Lone Druid? I don't think there's a lot of heroes that want it more.
You can definitely use it
Dire's
quite
bottom
well.
tower is under attack.
So, overall, would you think that this lineup actually has an expiry date? Or is it Team
Dire's
Spirit has to start
structures are
February?
under
Because like,
Dire's
on
bottom
paper,
tower
you would
is
argue,
under
alright, Lone Druid is a harder carry than
Dire's
Ursa,
bottom
the later
tower
the game
is
goes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think that if the Queen of Pain was bigger, Vega would have more reason to worry, because she is one of the people that can always go in and always blow people up. But right now, she only has a Linken's and an Axe, which is just not enough to make her survive once she goes in. It makes her kind of a one-off sort of deal.
Going in deep, and might just give up life here. Deacon though, looking for the vacuum wall, but BKBs can come out. Iceberg with those, but not really doing nearly enough. And Ditchera, he just tanks it with face. Just drops off, being dropped down though. That should be it, but maybe not. Maybe not. No follow-up damage. So Ditchera didn't even use his Aegis. Two heroes down, just like that on the side of Team Spirit. And said it before, if you lose a team fight, you're gonna lose buildings, and in this case, it's a tier 3.
This is most likely going to be the Rex. The Queen of Pain is not up for another 50 seconds.
Again, nice savage wall though, defensive poke by the FNG. With the Echo Slam back, can't get the follow-up though, and Vacuum on 4 heroes, the wall down from earlier, but cannot actually get it in. Aegis being triggered, BCC dies, and Ditchera right back in the fray. Saintful G still alive somehow, thanks to the Hurricane Pike. Getting him to the other side of the fissure. Buyback's used here for Queen of Pain. Will be able to clean up a couple of heroes. Nicely glimpse back at Ditchera. If he can finish off this kill, then that would be great. He realizes
just
that there's no
making
walking
fun.
away, he's just killing things! Double kill, make it a triple if the right clicks connect on DK forwards, and it will.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Iceberg though, able snagged it away as the last surviving member of Team Spirit here in this bottom lane, or top lane I should say.
Yeah, they
Securing
hold
the
the route.
base and also securing a gem of True Sight that was dropped, I believe.
But that's basically the only financial win they get out of it. He is only a little bit higher in gold than he was before his buyback. The only thing he gets out of that is a lot of levels. He's suddenly very close to that level 25.
It says he got a lot of gold, but he actually didn't because of this buyback gold penalty, I believe. It was still in effect when he took the kill streak, so... bit of an issue.
I think that if Vega is just a little bit quicker on the ball there with running away as soon as the Queen of Pain buys back, they get out clean. Iceberg gets nothing out of that buyback. But he was very fast and he was on top of them immediately. Was not afraid to risk the game even. But instead he keeps it going just for a little bit longer. He's a prime target right now though, because he does not have that buyback anymore.
Ditchera especially with the DD runes. So Vega don't seem too phased right now. They already took down the one shrine. Probably looking for the other one up top soon. And then, do you think they want to push high ground, or do they want to just try and control the map again and wait for the next rush?
I think they... let's see if they have a new gem already. Because that's gonna determine if they can grab the map control or not.
Gem.
No
One
gem,
of the gem
just
right
of yet.
now is the Earthshaker that they snug away from that.
Yeah, so instead...
So they're just waiting for someone to show to
Dire's
lasso, I
top tower
suppose?
is under attack.
they want to lasso. Ooh, there's a courier that's just waiting to get sniped.
It's a
They
soul
lost
on
that
top of
for
it.
Radiant's
They
courier
will
has
get it.
been killed.
Ouch. That was an iceberg soul booster.
It was a risk he needed to take, really. He is the most farmed hero on the Radiant. He is the one that needs to get his things done. And all of that extra HP could have helped him so much.
Well, it still will, but only in 2.5 minutes from now, so until then, gonna have to play a little bit more conservatively.
That's for sure. You're gonna have to tell me if there's any noise from my side, by the way.
Oh, it's fine for
On
now.
the mic. Alright, good, good, good. And I'm actually surprised to see Vega so far back. They don't really have a reason to be all the way up here unless they're... They are being careful about this bottom push. They're taking it very seriously. Otherwise you might go into the side. Ooh.
So far away from the rest of the team, no glimpse until just now, but that gets 3 kills and the rest of the team bird scrambling back to base, really.
That could have been a lot more if the Earthshaker just doesn't get caught off guard like that. And I think they were too scared of someone coming from the side where, as I said, I was surprised that no one was coming from the side.
Look at this as well. Vega make a straight beeline towards middle lane. G's already there, pushing it out.
They got their pick off, they got their moment of chaos.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Also can get the vision
lane
from the Venom wards too, which is super useful. Plus we have this thing is a rock. Able to right click to its hard content.
Yeah, that tower is
Down the hook actually on PCZ! Beautiful play here! And that turned into a kill! Eventually, he does have buyback, he might have to use this here if they want to hold on to the set of racks, and he does use it, they'll at least lose the range. Also melee is taking this ridiculous amount of damage so fast here, blink forward, but damage has already been done. PCZ might take it, and if he's not careful here, trying this path, static storm, but no kinetic fields keep in place, he even have the BKBs goes in there, don't care at all about this. Ditcher just looking for a target to right click. There it is, here. Good scepter to there, BKB. Just rage from his ultimate, make sure they can just walk away. Snaker with the Stolen Fissure. Doing a lot of work here with the control. Team Spirits who's just just falling apart at the seams right now. Just one by one they die just because they don't have the burst, they don't have the damage to contend with Vega. They're the ones now calling the GG in game number 2. Vega Squadron showing up for this grand finals.